Hello, my name's Tracy. I'm from the Bugler Customer Care Department. We built these properties here at Cheshire Drive. I'm here to illustrate and explain to you how your home will run once you move in and run through the essential items which are also included in your home user guide, which can be found in your kitchen drawer. Within your property, in the hallway cupboard, you will have your RCD. So within here, it will illustrate that you have connections for your socket, your lights, your kitchen sockets, your cooker, and also your smoke detectors. This is the main switch. If for any reason this should be flipped down, you will lose power. All you need to do in that case is flip it up and it will reinstate all of the power to your property. Again, in each section, if certain items go off, so for example, again, your lighting, if that was in the down position, you need to flip it back up and that again will turn back your power. Also in here, this is all completely set up for your telephone and for your broadband connection. All three plugs have been placed in position and the main wire is in position as well. Please do not touch these because if you play with these, you can possibly lose your connection. The plug that is connected to the BT socket must have power to it at all times. Again, if this is turned off, this will affect your telephone system and your broadband. We also have provisions for an alarm system should you at any stage wish to add, but you would need to speak to Origin before actually installing. So within your living space, you will have what we call the media port. This item here is called a link lead. If you remove this, this will not send the signal through to your television in your bedroom. This must remain in at all times. You also have an aerial port for your FM radio, and when you decide to choose a satellite service, you also have the connection there. You also have a connection here for your telephone line, which is also, you have one in your bedroom, and then in your bedroom you will have a TV socket as well. You should just be able to plug your television in and the signal will automatically be sent through to your bedroom, as previously just mentioned, due to having the link lead. So within each property, this is your boiler. This generates your hot water and your heating. On each boiler, you have a circular gauge. This is your pressure bar. Should the pressure bar ever drop below 1, temperature of your water will stop and also you will stop generating heat. This is called topping up the pressure. This is a maintenance issue which can be carried out by yourselves. Underneath your boiler, there is a flap which will sit under here. You need to gently remove, it slides out. And then underneath here, you have the water valve, which you open slightly. You will hear a whoosh of water and you will see the pressure gauge again, which is here, top up. The recommended level is to be 1.5. If you top it up any further than 2, that can cause damage to your boiler. Once this is done, this will reinstate your heating and your hot water. Also on the boiler front, you obviously have for the radiator, which is a symbol, and for your water temperature. This can be manually turned to, in the summer, decrease to minimum. Preferably keep it on the E, which is economical. And again, for your water temperature, currently set at minimum, but you can turn to your wished temperature. When you run the hot water within the property, the boiler will automatically light up blue and you will hear it working. This is basically your taps ordering the boiler to click in and generate hot water. On top of the boiler, you will see that there's a Magla Clean and other items. Please do not touch those. They are never to be tampered with. They are for maintenance and for gas servicing and boiler servicing only. It's a one-zone property, so there is only one thermostat within each plot here at Cheshire Drive. The system is actually quite user-friendly and quite easy to use. You can currently see it's on 21 degrees. To initiate the heating, it's currently working its way up to 21 degrees. Once I then go past 21 degrees, which has now been set. You've heard it click and you will see a little flame. That's now telling the boiler that it wants to turn up the heating. Once it reaches 23 degrees, which I've just upped it to, it will turn itself down. It will then keep, when it drops below that, it will reignite the boiler again to bring further heat. There are additional buttons where you have a menu, you have an auto, and you also have a timer. All of these can be found in your home user guide with step-by-step instructions for your personal heating requirements. Further to the thermostat regarding your heating, in your bedrooms and in your hallway, you have what is known as a TRV. This is a thermostatic radiator valve, which can also adjust your heating. So if you have your living room where your main thermostat is set to 23, but you would like your bedrooms to be cooler or your hallway to be cooler, by turning the knob at the top of your radiator from the black, which is the maximum setting, you can turn it down gradually to a heat that suits your requirements, or to the snowflake, which turns it off completely. So when you arrange to have your washing machine installed, there is a hole inside the cupboard where they will be able to run the water feed through, which will connect to this water pipe here. The blue valve is the isolation valve. In a horizontal position, that will not allow any water to come through. If you turn it down in the vertical position, that then allows the water to enter into your washing machine. Also in your cupboard, on the ground floor, you have your mains water stopcock. On the first and second floor here at Cheshire Drive, your main water stopcock is actually in the hallway cupboard, and again has the little tag to show that that is what it is. So within your bathroom, you have your towel rail, which is a dual fuel towel rail. So in the winter, it will work off your heating system, and in the summer, you can use the electrical spur, which is outside in your hallway, to operate it just via electricity. And down at the bottom are your controls, and also again, you have your TRV, so you can adjust the temperature. Within your bathroom, over your bath, you have a mixer tap, which will control with hot and cold. You will have when you turn the water on, it will come out of the main spout for your bath. Should you wish to have a shower, by lifting this button up in the middle, will initiate the water to come out the shower head. Also, on the button nearest the wall, you have the long sticky out section. If you push that in, that will enable you to make it colder and hotter. They are set to a certain temperature, so especially if you want to increase the temperature, you have to gently push to be able to maneuver the button. Without doing that, it will stay at the designated set temperature and will not increase in temperature when you push it back towards the wall. Within your living and kitchen area, and also in your bathroom, you will notice the vent that's on the ceiling. This is your extractor system. On the wall above the living room door, and also above the bathroom door, or just adjacent to, is the isolation switch. These must remain on at all times. The actual extractor system will constantly trickle 24/7, but when you are cooking or turn the lights on in your kitchen area, it will boost. Again, when you enter into your bathroom and turn on the light, the extractor system will again boost. They will continue to run once you have turned the switch off for at least 10 to 15 minutes. This is to ensure that all moisture from cooking or from having a bath, having a shower, is removed within the rooms to prevent condensation and a build-up of black mold. Within your property, you will see that you have 3 alarms that are on your ceiling. The one here is your smoke alarm, and this can be found in your hallway. All of the alarms are mains fed, which you can see that the green light is on. They also have a backup battery, which is guaranteed to last for around 10 years. They are a concealed unit and cannot be tampered with. Should they start to beep for any reason and you cannot turn them off, please raise that as a defect and we would arrange for the electrical contract to attend. So here in your kitchen, you will see that you've got a multi-sensor fire alarm. This is actually a heat alarm. This will detect a certain amount of heat, obviously because you're in the kitchen area. Again, this is hardwired with a long life battery. This is also connected to the smoke alarm. So should this go off, it will also initiate the smoke alarm in your hallway to alert you of a possible hazard. So also in your property, placed in your kitchen living area, is the carbon monoxide alarm. This is independent from the other two, as we all know that the carbon monoxide is the silent killer. If this alerts, you must ventilate and remove yourself from the property and contact the correct authorities. So within your property, you will have a back door or a balcony door. To open, you have your key, you turn it, and obviously use the handle to open it. To shut it and lock it, you need to lift the handle to engage the 3-point locking system and turn the key. That therefore makes your door secure. So within your property, your windows can be activated by pushing the button, lifting the handle, and they also have a window restrictor, which on this window is here. By activating the window restrictor, you need to pull it in slightly, push it down, which will allow you to open your window fully. And again, as you close it, it will automatically click into position, putting the window restrictor back into place. Pull closed and handle down. So when your visitors arrive, they will come to the door entry system. To alert you within your property, they would need to dial, if you live at number 53A, 53A, call. That is now ringing internal intercom within the property, where your family will answer using the internal intercom and give you access. You will then have to do the same at the internal building just inside. So this is now inside your property. Hello? Oh, hello, one moment, I'll open the door. You then press the button to open the door, which will allow them to come in through the external. And you will again need to do that on the internal as well. Should you decide that you want to have a lay-in or you don't want to be disturbed by anybody, it also has the privacy button. By pressing that button, it will illuminate red. Therefore, this now turns off all sound and video to your intercom. Whilst this button is on, there is no sound at all. To allow people to make contact with you again, just press it and the light disappears. This will now be your intercom again. So your property has 3 meters. It has the electrical meter, you have your gas meter, which is outside, and you also have your water meter, which is actually within the pavement. So in your service cupboard, this is your electrical meter. This is your serial number, where you would give to your new provider. Also, to check your meter reading, you can press the button which lights up and will give you a meter reading. So within your property, you will also be given a bag full of keys. Within there is a bright yellow one. This is for your gas cupboard. So you place it in, turn it, which unlocks it, lift the lid gently, and again within there is your meter with your serial number, and if you press the top button again, it will illuminate the screen so you can take a meter reading. Close the lid gently, turn, and it's now locked. Please keep these safe, because if you do lose these, you would have to request this from your gas supplier. So in the pavement outside the main front door, you will find 2 black plastic blocks which have a W on it. This is where your water meters are contained. You do not need to access these. These are solely for the water board's use, and subject to how your system is set up with the water board, they can bill you quarterly, half yearly or annually. So externally is your bin store. The code is 2543. It will go green and activate the lock. You then shut the door and eventually the light will then go off from green. That means it's locked again. So your fobs that you're given for your main entrance door and internal main entrance door also activate the bike store. by again placing, turning, it'll go green, activates, where you can then enter your bike in and store it. Closing it, the light goes red, it's locked. Okay, again, your main entrance door fob, which also activates the bike store, also does the side gate, so you can gain entrance to the bike store and the communal garden. Once you've entered through the side gate using your fob, you enter into the communal garden area. But should you wish to exit, you need to push the button here to exit. Just once, the gate will now be unlocked and you can freely open to exit from the rear communal garden. At Cheshire Drive, all of the residents have use of the communal garden, which is at the rear of the building, which again can be accessed through the side gate using your external fob. Here at Cheshire Drive, there is also parking facilities available. There are actually 10 spaces, but only 8 are allocated to Cheshire Drive. We hope you find this video full of instructions and information, but if you have any questions, you can always refer to your home user guide. Should you have any defects to report, please contact Origin Housing and their repair team will be more than happy to help you.